Welcome to White Pegasus, and my name is Naveen. Today we'll learn something about pronoun in this video. What is a pronoun? Pronoun takes the place of a noun in a sentence. In other words, pronoun is used instead of a noun in a sentence. There are few pronouns which I have listed here. I, me, you, your, they, us, it, these, those, she, her, him, whom, and who. Example sentences. Now, look at these two examples. In the first example, the first two lines, I have used a noun in all the places. When I say noun, Mike is a noun, the name of a person. If you are not aware of what is a noun, please go ahead and watch my video which I have already uploaded or published on YouTube, and that video tells you about a noun. And today we are talking about a pronoun. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the example sentences of a pronoun. Look at Mike. Now Mike is a noun. Mike is a good boy. Now after the full stop I have used Mike. Mike loves to study. Again, a different sentence after the full stop. Mike is good at skating. So there are four different sentences. Now look at it on the next line. Look at Mike. I have used Mike as in a noun in the first sentence, but in the second sentence I say he is a good boy. I do not use the noun again because I'm talking about Mike, and I use a pronoun he instead of a noun. He loves to study. I have used the word he again as a pronoun. He is good at skating. Now let us look at the next example. Ram and Vikram are walking. Ram and Vikram walked across the bridge. Ram and Vikram are walking. They walked across the bridge. I have used they as a pronoun instead of Ram and Vikram. Types of pronouns: personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, empathetic pronoun, relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, and possessive pronoun. Now, what is a personal pronoun? Personal pronouns are used to replace nouns or noun phrases. Personal pronouns stand for three persons: the first person, a second person, and the third person. So personal pronoun of the first person stands for the person or the persons who is speaking. Example: I, we, me, us. Now let us use those examples in example sentences. This car belongs to us. Us becomes the personal first person pronoun. I won the award. Again, the first person becomes I. The matter is between Chris and me. Me is again the first person in the personal pronoun. We shall stand by the truth. We again is the first person in the personal pronoun. Personal pronoun of the second person stands for the persons or a person spoken to. You, thou, and thee. Let us look at the example sentences. Why are you crying? You is the second person in the personal pronoun. It is to thee that I owe a debt of gratitude. Thee becomes the second person in the personal pronoun. Only you are allowed to attend the party. You is the second person in the personal pronoun. Personal pronoun of the third person stands for the person or the persons spoken of. Examples: he, she, it, they, them, him, or her. Now let us use these examples in sentences. I had heard him telling them about the movie. I heard him telling them about the movie. Telling them becomes the third person in the personal pronoun. He agreed to look after the baby. He again becomes the third person in the personal pronoun. The headmistress likes her a lot. Her becomes the third person. She asked me to review it by this evening. She, the third person. They went to the museum. They, the third person. It is an endangered species now. It is the third person. They were planning to hide it under the bed. They, the third person. Personal pronouns for people. I, you, he, she, we, they, me, you, him, her, us, them. Personal pronouns for things and animals. It, them, and they. Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are pronouns where the subject and the object are the same person or persons. That is, when the action of the verb refers back to the doer. Reflexive pronouns are formed by using self in the singular form and selves in the plural form. Now, I have listed a few there as in the reflexive pronouns examples. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, yourselves, themselves, ourselves. Example sentences. She heard it herself. Tom heard himself. They were discussing amongst themselves. Herself, himself, and themselves becomes a reflexive pronouns. Empathetic pronouns. Empathetic pronouns are pronouns used for highlighting, stressing, or empathizing the noun or pronoun that comes before it. An empathetic pronoun can be omitted without changing the sense of a sentence. Examples: myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, yourselves, themselves, and ourselves. Now let us look at the examples for empathetic pronouns. Bhagya herself went to check the gate. Herself. Now look at it. Bhagya is a noun. Herself is a pronoun, but it is an empathetic pronoun. Bhagya herself went to check the gate. Now, is there a possibility where I can omit empathetic pronoun? Yes, I can still go ahead and frame a sentence. Bhagya went to check the gate. It is not necessary that you must and should use herself as an empathetic pronoun here in the sentence. So it can be omitted. The village itself is very small. Now, can you frame a sentence without itself? The village is very small. Yes, it is very small. Then why using itself? Because we are empathizing on it. The village itself is very small. So itself becomes an empathetic pronoun here. The children themselves made the plan. The children made the plan. Still makes sense? Yes, but still we are using the empathetic pronoun saying themselves. Yes, they made the plan. They themselves made the plan. Now look at the next sentence. I myself am a slow walker. Now remove myself. I am a slow walker. Makes sense. But still I'm using myself as an empathetic pronoun. Relative pronoun. Relative pronouns are used to join sentences or clauses and they refer back to the nouns going before them. Examples: who, whom, which, whose, and that. In relative pronouns, we use the following pronoun words. For people, which is who and whom. For animals and thing, which. And to show possession, whose and that. Let us look at the example sentences. This is a lady who helped me. This is the book that my mother wrote. Naveen is the boy whose wife is a famous singer. This is the person whom we met at the party. So who, that, whose, and whom becomes a relative pronoun. Interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns ask questions. Compound interrogative pronouns, those ending in ever, are used to express surprise, confusion, irritation, etc. Examples: who, whom, which, whoever, whichever, whatever, whomever, and what. Now, example sentences. Who is there at the door? Who is an interrogative. You're asking a question. Which is your book? Which is again a question. Bhagya said, what do you mean? What is again a question, interrogative. Whose is this dress? Whose again is an interrogative pronoun. Indefinite pronouns. That refers to an indefinite or general person or a thing. These pronouns refer to people in vague and general meaning. Examples: all, any, each, few, many, none, several, some, nothing, everything, nobody, anyone, someone, something. Example sentences. Something is wrong there. Now what is wrong? Which portion is wrong? We don't know. Something is wrong. It is indefinite. So something is an indefinite pronoun. Many of them were injured. Many. Now what is many? How much is many? What number is many? We have not mentioned. But many. So many becomes indefinite. All of them are plain. All, who all. Now what is the number? How many of them? We don't know. All. So all becomes indefinite. Nobody attended the class. Nobody. So how many were there? Nobody. Nobody becomes indefinite. Ram never does favor to others. Others? Who are those? How many of those? We don't know. So others is indefinite. Or to whom? You can say Ram never does favor to others. Others as in whom? Others, it's indefinite. So it's indefinite pronoun. An indefinite pronoun can stand for singular or a plural form or at times for both. The following list some indefinite pronoun terms that are commonly used. The singular list: anyone, anything, anybody, each, everybody, everything, either, everyone, little, much, nobody, nothing, neither, no one, someone, nobody, something. Now the plural list: both, few, many, others, several. Singular or a plural, it can match the both, as in the both forms: all, most, and none. Example sentences: all of the players we count are on are out of form, the plural, all. Almost all the money in my bank account has been spent, singular, because I'm saying my bank account, singular, but all we have used as a plural. Now, the demonstrative pronouns. The demonstrative pronouns point out people or objects. This, that, these, and those. Example sentences: this is my bicycle. That is my bag. This is a present from my uncle. These are cakes and those are burgers. This, that, those, these, as I said, are all pronouns. When these words appear before nouns, they become demonstrative adjectives. For example, this car is better than that. These animals are wilder than those. We are comparing it between the two. In the above examples, this and these are demonstrative adjectives, and that and those are demonstrative pronoun. Possessive pronouns. A possessive pronoun points towards the owner of something. His, mine, ours, theirs, yours, hers. Example sentences: the blue hat is mine. Yours is on the other table. Now, possessive: it is mine. It is yours. Bhagya is the teacher. This computer is hers. Often the words used as possessive pronouns are slight modifications of the words used as possessive adjectives. So we may get confused with this at times. Be very careful on possessive pronoun. Remember that there is a major distinction between them. While possessive pronouns are used in place of nouns, possessive adjectives modify or describe the noun. Example sentences: this dress is mine. This is my dress. That school is hers. This is her school. This house is theirs. This is their house. So if you look at these sentences, mine, hers, and theirs are possessive pronouns, and mine, her, and their are possessive adjectives. The rules of a pronoun. If the pronoun is being used as a subject, it is known as a subject pronoun and often appears at the beginning of the sentence, although this is not always the case. An example of this would be, she went to the shop. The words he, I, she, we, whoever, they, it, etc. are all subject pronouns. Now the second rule is a subject pronoun can be used if they are renaming the sentence subject. In this case, they always come after to be verbs. These might be verbs such as were, am, are, is, etc. Example of this would be that is she or this is him talking. The next rule is that if a word who is being used as a pronoun to refer to a person, it will take the form of the verb to which that person corresponds. This might sound strange as this rule is not always followed, but an example might look like this. It is I who am going to town. The next rule, an object pronoun is used to refer to the object of a sentence. Object pronouns might include the words him, me, her, us, them, etc. An example of this be Sarah watched her. In this example, her is the object of the verb watched. So the word her is the object of the verb watched. The next rule, when a possessive pronoun is used, the use of an apostrophe is never required. Now you need to know the meaning of this particular word here. So I request all of you to Google and understand what is the meaning of this word. Only then you will understand the rule of this particular pronoun. The next rule, when using the pronouns which, that, and who, you should use either a singular or plural verb depending on what the pronoun is referring to. For example, look at the following sentences. John is one of those men who likes fishing. John and Bob are two of these men who like fishing. You can use that the verb like has been modified to become plural when the pronoun who refers to two people as opposed to one. Alright, thank you for your time. Have a great day. Hope you understood what pronoun is. If you like my video, please go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe about the video, like my video, and I'll be sharing more videos, informative videos, educational videos, and you can enjoy having a look at all my videos in future. Thank you.